Hello students, today our topic is Python programming, and in this lecture we are going to discuss some question answer related to Python programming, and these all questions answer are related to Python list. So let's start. This is question number 1 on the screen. Suppose list example is 3 4 5 25 25 comma 1 3. These are the elements of a list. You can easily see on the screen. And what is list 1 after list example dot pop? Okay, so four options are given and we have to find the correct option. So first of all, the name of the list is list example. It is clearly given in the question, and different list items are also given. So basically this is given as like that: list example equal to 3 4 5 20 5 25 1 3. These are the these are the items of a list name list example. Okay, now we have to perform list example dot pop1, this operation list example dot pop1. So in this question basically pop function is used. And what is the role of pop function? As you know that pop function basically delete by default the last element, but if we mention the index position of a particular element, that element will be deleted in that case. So in this question it is already given that list example dot pop1. So at index position 1 there is an element, and we can see here that counting start index position start always from 0. So at index position 1 element 4 is there, so element 4 will be deleted after that operation or after that statement list example dot pop. So here 1 indicates the index position, so whatever be the value at that index position will be deleted in that case. If no value is given, then it will not any kind of error, but it will return you a list which doesn't contain the last element. It means by default if no index position is given or no parameter is passed within the pop function, then it will delete the last element. Okay, so last element will be deleted. Now our answer doesn't contain the element 4, so our answer will be 3 comma 5 comma 20 comma 5 comma 25 comma 1 comma 3. And we can easily see here that all these values are present in option C. So option C is the correct option. In option A 4 is given, so option A is not the correct option. Option B and D are totally incorrect, so option C is the answer. You can see the explanation also, which says that pop removes the element in the at the position specified in the parameter. Okay, okay, now let us see another question which is also related to pop function. Let us see, this is question number 2. Suppose list example is 3 4 5 20 5 25 1 3. What is the list 1 after list example dot pop? So as far as this question is concerned, it is almost same as the previous one. You can easily see this is the previous question. List is also same, name of the list is also same, operation performed is same here, except that in this question no parameter value is given, or we can say that no index value is mentioned here. So what will happen, as I told you earlier, that if no parameter value is given within the or in the pop function, then by default last value will be deleted in that case. So this is our list 3 4 5 25 25 comma 1 comma 3. So last element we can easily see here is 3. So element 3 will be deleted after that statement, after the execution of that statement. So what we get? We get the list which doesn't contain at last doesn't contain 3 at all, and all other elements are unaffected. So we can see here that option A will be the correct answer, because option A contain all elements of a list except 3, except 3. So option is the correct answer. So always remember that pop function by default will remove the last element. Clear? I think the concept of pop function is quite clear to all of you. Let us take another question. So one thing should be very clear, that to use if you want to use pop function, first of all write the name of the list, then put dot operator and then pop, and within the parameter and within the parenthesis just give a parameter value. If it is an index, then value at that index will be deleted. If no parameter value will be given, then by default last element will be deleted. Whatever is the last value of that list will be deleted in that case. So I think now it is clear to all of you. So let us take another question. Question number 3. This is our question number 3. What will be the output of the following Python code? Okay. So this is our question number 3. What will be the output of the following Python code? You can see there is a list given here, okay, which contain the items 1, 5, 5, 5, 5 and 1, in which we can easily see there that number 5 is repeated 4 times, number 1 is repeated 2 times. Okay, in next line we can easily see here that it is written here as max is equal to my list 0. My list 0 is given inside the square bracket. So at index position, we already know that 0 indicate the index position, and if you mention um, like that, first of all name of the list, then within the square bracket just write the index position of the list, then it clearly indicate the value at that index position of a particular list. The list here is my list, which is clearly mentioned here, and value at index position is 0 is 1. So it simply means that max is equal to 1. We assign a value 1 to max, we can say like that. Next, index of max is equal to 0. Okay, so it is also initialized. A variable index of a max is initialized here, and then in next line there is a loop. A loop starts from range 1 to len my list. Len is a function, and len indicates the length of the list, and you can easily see here that length of the list is 6. And why it is 6? Because 6 elements are there. You can easily see here that elements of a list are 1, 5, 5, 5, 5, 1. So total 6 elements are there. Since total 6 elements are there, so here this loop will works like that for I in range 1 to 6. Okay, and what are the values of I? What are the values of I? First value of I is 0, sorry 1, because it starts from 1, and then 2, wait a second, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These all values are, these are the different values of I, belongs to range 1 to 6. Okay, so first of all loop will run for I is equal to 1. I think now it is clear to all of you. Inside the loop you can easily see that there is a condition, and condition is checked with if statement. If my list I is greater than max, so if my list 1 is greater than max, and what is the value of my list 1, it clearly indicate 5. Why it is? Because The value at index position 1 is 5. So 5 is compared with max. It means 1. Obviously 5 is greater than 1. That means this condition is found to be true. Okay. So whatever the statement given inside the if block will be executed. So max is equal to my list I. So max is equal to my list I, and as you know that this will run for I. Here the value of I is 1. So max is equal to my list 1. So value of max is now changed, and it is changed to 5. So now the previous value max is equal to 1 has no meaning because value of max is updated here. Index of max is also updated. First of all it is 0, now it is 1. Okay, so index of max is 1 and max is equal to 5. Then print index of max. So 1 will be printed. Okay, now at this point of the time we already know that something will be print here after the execution of that statement. It means 1 is already printed here. So nothing will be whatever is the printed, it printed with 1. So at least 1 will be printed, and it is printed already here. In already on 4 option we can see that only option A contain 1, no other option contain 1. So 1 will be the answer. But if we want to know the exact functionality of that code, then we check it for other condition also. But as far as answer is concerned, we know that A is the correct option. Now this loop will again check for next value 5, and as we know that 5 is compared with 5, and 5 is not greater than 5. So in that case the inner part of the all these statement related to if will not work. Then again same for other values, because every time 5 is compared with 5, and it is found always false because 5 is not greater than 5. In last case 1 is also not greater than 5. Okay, so it is also found to be false. So we can easily say that this condition or the condition related to if is going to be executed only for I is equal to 1. Okay, for I is equal to 1, and for all other value it is found to be false. So our answer is A, that is 1. 1 will be the 1 will be our answer. I think it is clear to all of you. Okay, so option A is the correct answer. In this type of question, indentation role of indentation is very important because it clearly indicates that what statement is going to be executed, or which or what block of statement will going to be executed, or which block of statement is not going to be executed. Here we easily see that the block of statement which is related to if will only be going to be executed only if that part is found to be true, and it is found to be true only at the initial stage, and for other cases it is found to be false. So answer is A, 1. Okay, now let us see another question. This is question number 4. What will be the output of the following Python code? So there is a list given. Item of the list are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so these are the different elements of a list. A name of the list is my list. Again in second line there is a for loop, and loop says that for I in range 1 comma 6. Okay, so the different values of I are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, because last value is always excluded. Clear? Then my list I minus 1, the statement which is related to that for loop is my list I minus 1. So I minus 1, first of all the value of I is 1, so my list 0 is equal to my list my list 1. Okay, so my list 0 is equal to my list 1. It means at index position 0, so 1 is replaced by 2. Clearly clear? Because at index position 0 there is an element 1, and at index position 1 element is 2. So 1 is replaced by 2 because my list 0 equal to my list 1. Clear? For next value of I, let us see. So and our new list contain first element 2. Okay, for next value of I, which is 2 of course. So my list 2 is equal to my list 1. My list 1. So the element at index position 2 is replaced by element in index position 1. It means 2 is replaced by 3. 2 is replaced by 3. So we can say that our new list contain first two element 2 and 3. Similarly for other values, these are 4 and 5. Okay, let's execute one by one, otherwise it will make some confusion. So for next value, my list for I is equal to 3, my list 2 is equal to my list 3. My list 2 is equal to my list 3. Okay, so value is again replaced. So the value at index position 2 is replaced by the value at index position 3. It means 2 3, and the next value which we get it is 4. 2 3 4. Clear? 2 3 4. Again for next value, my list for I is equal to 4, my list 3 is equal to my list 4. So the value at index position 4 replace the value at index position 3. That means 5 should be there. Okay, and then for next value I is equal to 5, my list 4 is equal to my list 5. So the value of index position 5 basically is will replace value at index position 4, and then the value of index position 5 is 6. So our new list will contain 2 3 4 5 and 6, and loop is over here because the loop will only run for 1 to 5, and last value or we can say that the last value at index position 5 will be unchanged. Clear? So this will be the our new list. Okay, now second loop will play its role for I in range 0 comma 6. Okay, so there are 6 values of course, 6 values 0. uh, you can easily see that these are the element of a list. 1 2 3 4 5 6, total 6 elements are there, and loop will also run 6 times because it will start from 0 and goes up to 5. The value of I here are 0 1 2 3 4 5, and the value at that index position will be printed here. Values are already updated in our previous loop, so we get a new list. This is our new list, and all values are printed one by one because loop start from 0 and goes up to last value, means at index position 5. So all values are printed with a space because clearly indicate that and equal to space, so all values are separated by space. So our answer will be 2 3 4 5 6 and 6, and these all elements are separated by space, not by comma. Clear? So C is the correct option. So C is the correct answer. Now I think it is clear to all of you. Okay, wait a second. So C is the correct answer. Now let us take another question. This is question number, okay, I think question number 5 is there. Wait a minute. Okay, question number 5 is missing. See the question number 6. To which the following in operator can be used to check if an item is in it? In operator. We know that we can check the item using in operator in a list. We also can check the item in dictionary also. Set is another type of sequence like this list and dictionaries. Okay, so in this also in is also used. So D is the correct answer. In your syllabus only two data types are mentioned related to sequence. These are list and dictionary. Some other data types are also there, which are set, okay, tuple, string. These are the other sequence used in Python programming. So these are not the part of his syllabus, but these are the sequence, and all these use in operator as well. So basically, if first two options are correct, then obviously C is not the correct option, and we have only one choice, and that is all of the mentioned. So our answer is all of the mentioned. So in operator is used with list as well as dictionary and set. Clear? Okay, now let us take another question. This is question number 7 on the screen. What will be the output of the following Python code? First list is there, second list is there, okay, and we have to add these two lists, list 1 and list 2. So basically this operator concatenate these two lists. Okay, so the new list which we get is contain the element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Total number of elements are 8 in list 1 plus list 2. Clear? The total number of elements are 8. Okay, and in line number 3 you can easily see that there is a print statement which print the length of the final list, which basically the combination, or which basically we get after the concatenation of list 1 and list 2, which of course contain total 8 elements there. So we know that len function basically calculates the length of the string, and the length of the string means number of elements in a particular list. So total number of elements are 8 here, so it will print 8. So 8 is the correct answer. So D is the correct answer in this case. D is the correct answer. Always remember that len function calculates the length of the string. Clear? And one thing is very important. If there is an operation like that, list 1 which is the name of the list here. Suppose this list is here, list 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you multiply it by a particular number, so for example 3. In case of plus, basically list concatenate, two lists are concatenated to each other. But if we multiplied a string, if we multiply a list by a number, then we get a list in which the number of items, in which the items or in which the members of the list are repeated particular number of times. For example, if list 1 multiplied by 3, it gives a result 1 comma 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 comma 1 2 3 4. It means all these elements are repeated 3 times because we multiplied it by 3. So it is also very important. Now I think it is clear to all of you. So let us take some another question. Okay, which of the following will give you an error? You can see the first statement, list 1 is the name of the list. So it follows all the rules regarding to the name of the identifier, which says that name start always start from a letter. It will contain it will contain only underscore as a special symbol, and we can also use digit, but name cannot start with a digit. Okay, so it basically follow, and no keywords should be used. So all these rules are followed by this name list 1. As far as this name is concerned, clearly uh, we can take identifier list 1, and then after the assignment operator you can see that square bracket is there, which clearly indicate the list representation of a list, but it contain no element. And a list which contain no element is basically a empty list, so it will create an empty list. So this is a correct statement. So list 1 is an empty list, so A option is correct. Option B, as I told you earlier that in the previous example, that we can, it is also possible to multiply a list by a certain number. So it is multiplied by 3. No doubt that it doesn't affect the elements of a list, because this is an empty list, but it also gives you no error at all, so it is also correct. Clear? Then list 1 contain 3 different elements. These are 2, 8 and 7. List 1, 2, 8 and 7, these are the different elements of a list, so it is also found to be correct, because most of the time we use such type of representation in our program. So this is also correct. And the question says that which of the following would give you an error. So I think all of the three statements are correct, so D is the correct answer, none of the above. Clear? D is the correct answer. Now let us see the question number 9. Which of the following is true regarding list in Python? Which of the following is true regarding the list of in the Python? First, lists are immutable. Lists are not immutable. Lists are mutable. We can change the size of the list. We can delete the element of a list. We can concatenate list. So lists are not immutable at all. So this statement is found to be false. So A is clearly is not the answer. Second is B. Size of the list must be specified before its initialization. In previous question, we already see that we can create a empty list. So this is also false. Third, element of the list are stored in contiguous memory allocation. It is found to be true, because every element contain an index position which is fixed. First element contain index position 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, and there is a particular sequence which will be followed by every element of a list. Okay, so that is called the contiguous memory locations. So C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. D, size list 1 command is used to find the size of the list. It is found to be false, because if you want to find the length of the list, there is a function named len which is used for that purpose. So D is also the wrong option. So among all these four, C is found to be correct. C is found to be correct. C is the correct answer. Now question number 10, you can easily see the question number 10. What will be the output of below Python code? Okay, so you can easily see here that slicing is used. No start position is mentioned, so by default it is 0. No end position is given here, so by default it is last. And -1, step value is -1. When step value is negative, then it will always gives you a list in just reverse order. So you can easily see that 8095 will be printed in reverse order 5908. Okay, so 5908 is the correct option. Now question number 11. What will be the output of the following Python code? list 1, Python, Java, C small c, capital C, and C++. This is a list which contain different types of string, and we have to print min list 1. Min is a function of list, but this min function will only work on integers, on numbers only, numeric values only, and there is no numeric value at all. These all are the strings. So basically this will give you an error. So you can easily see that min function cannot be used on string elements. Okay, so D is the correct answer. This is the correct answer for that. Now I think it is clear to all of you for today's. After I think now it is clear to all of you. So these are the some question related to Python list. In our next lecture we will discuss some more question answer related to list. Thanks for watching this video.